Hey YouTube, today we have the test of a flyback transformer from an arcade monitor. These happen to be three of the same flybacks. These are two original ones. One of them is good, one of them is bad, and then this is a reproduction one. And these are off Hantrax monitors, the 9110 model. So it's a 25-inch CGA chassis, just standard resolution. But I have a problematic chassis here where this one was installed and it wasn't powering the chassis up completely. It was kind of starting, but kind of not. The B plus was stuck low at about 40. And this flyback wasn't giving any indication. It wasn't shorting out to the frame with sparks. It wasn't blowing fuses or anything. It just was kind of half dead. And the way that you can test this is with a ring tester. And I'll probably say some of this wrong because I'm not an electrical engineer. But this sends, if you think of like a tuning fork and resonance, this sends a pulse down the winding of the flyback transformer, and then it will count the number of rings that it hears back. And if you plotted it out, it would be a decreasing amplitude wave. And then if the inductor is good, that means you're going to have a really high number here. And then this is just 2 digits. So this isn't an exact science though either. It's more of a comparison, meaning if we have a good one, we can take the reading on this meter, then compare it to one that we have in question. And then on the schematic, you can find the primary winding for these flybacks. This one was on pins 1 and 3. Already disconnected it. So this will count the rings off of that primary winding. And then we get 99. So that has pegged the meter as super high. Now, you could also go off, because this will either detect a problem in the primary or the secondary windings. But we could also go off of some of the secondary ones too, and they would be different values. But we want to compare the same winding on all of them. So then on this one, on the one that I know is bad and it doesn't power the chassis up, on the good one it was 99, but on this one it's only 7. So it's a pretty low ring count on this one. So there's something wrong internally with this transformer. It likely has gotten hot over its life because the flyback setup on this monitor has a fan on it. And that kind of already tells you that heat's going to be an issue if there's a freaking fan on a monitor. So it's not a great design. I'm guessing this is just heated up over its life and then it's no longer performing like it should. Now another thing though, is I've noticed, I noticed this on Neotech reproduction flybacks. I had, so kind of the same setup, but with Neotech ones, I had a stock flyback that I knew was working. I had a bad one, so this one had almost perfect 99 rings on it. This one was low, but then the reproduction one wasn't 99, but it was still high 60s, high 70s, or excuse me, high 60s, low 70s. And there was nothing wrong with that transformer, that reproduction one for the Neotech. It was just that it didn't ring as much. And on this one, it comes up as 99. So just because this one, the reproduction one, doesn't match exactly, doesn't mean that this one's bad either. But if it's a super low number, like we had a 7 over here, then that probably means that one's bad. But this one rings at 99. So again, it's not a hard and fast rule saying X number of rings means it's good. It's just kind of, okay, I know this one's good and it rings this much. Is my other one ringing much less, meaning it's bad, or is it similar? And then maybe you can start looking for the fault of whatever's wrong with your monitor elsewhere. But you'll need a ring tester to do this, and it's more of a comparative between flybacks than it is an absolute number to tell if it's good or not. But hope this helps.